得有很多人一天到晚恐吓别人，恐吓家人，不团结。有很多国家有那么多 problem, largely comes from those poor humans, which people were during for people were also probably people also was poor origin people also probably people also. Major amount of social issues happening out there to solve instead. Lots of knaves, probably also square market doesn't function properly. They don't function properly. Most are unhealthy with cholesterol. There ain't no even some qualifications. Greed, egotism, jealousy running this place. The fuck is jealousy? The fuck is jealousy? We also gotta stay away. We need more culture sets away from the status quo. If the Nazis also its puppets, probably more comparative, more likely from the probably more from Nazis puppets. It's anti-status quo. Then let it be there. We'll train more of these robotic Apaches and start snipe towards us with the Apache helicopters. Lots of those will be destroyed. There's probably from for destroyed. The social issues are enough. It keeps expanding. Most of the persons are at this stage of identified towards them. They're plentiful of dominator systems. They're very intolerant towards others. Forbid numerous factions from start even their their tactic moves. They don't want a fair match. They're anti-development. They're crazy. They're they're menace'es. Reason for probable recent mentions also also generalization. Probable also variants. Probable or minor. Probable also from a few probables of probable or from a few probable or slight of recent probable also probable. Which people also variants. They try to wear down their opponents. Lots of the ones sort of has this kung fu martial arts stuff. Probably they sort of has this kung fu. When they do it, sort of punch. So that's the level of these enemies. We need to upgrade our games, improve our militaries. These nasty Nazis. Republic Nazis are already overused. Republic also different adjectives. Word of Republic also different words. Republic or also probably Republic also other words. Republic or also similar words. Republic also probably Republic also another Republic also other words. Republic or also similar. Republic also probably Republic also similar. These preemptively mark Donald Trump. Republic marks Donald Trump. Republic towards Donald Trump, of Republic also expansion using these. The level of these idiots, they have provoked something. It might be that the result of certain engagement will be they need to 刻苦训练, or they need to be more 刻苦, or Republic will be 刻苦 of Republic also improve them to their second on best. More of the mode towards engagement in one of them might be insects. Construct additional maggots. Not enough resources. Build more overlords. Here. Might even feed them to other maggots. Depends on the cause. Also, the percentage of it probably should be a bit different. It's not just them that are previously living. The cases of lots of the Nazis puppets. These hormonal imbalance bunch of filth keeps from fighting against others. Consider if certain exterior forces noticing the hideous there, they haven't sent agents to finish this off. Even if Republic or another pronunciation, Republic or exterior forces. Lots of problems compared to the major issues are rather light. Probably also some of the words of consider how Adolf Hitler on here. That's probably a critical strike point. It should be repeatedly hit upon. Would yield significant effectiveness. Putin, get your military upgrade. Medvedev, you too also. Republic also. Republic form of Republic also war. British people were also a problem. Using Yahoo together, research together, get engineer, get trustworthy people, connect with the young people. Consider if persons has lots of drugs consumed of, probably also the equivalent of, probably also the 1950 generation, since there has been probably largest victim also of the, probably amongst of the, probably also large victims of a lot of this academic related poisons. The government should not function as sort of a coach where consumers as kids drop off, then or probably attend, then provide a minimal fee. It may be significant, but also it's percentage of their total amount. Government shouldn't operate as some kind of faulty malfunction Scientology, where a fake leader, probably or a leader that serves are effectively public's puppets, or does public consumers dramatism again. There are lots of these hallmark humans, starting from the extremists and gorons, are probably defective enough for them to be exposed from societies. That's probably personal, probably more of from Putin, also of jurisdiction, judgment, or critique towards also some of the words of a while. What about some other? Or what if it's some other person that's they may also a bit of mind of overwrite also some of the from or some of the words of or also or some of the words of which people were also overwrite those sort of regard for sort of or evaluation of this whole language it's nasty generic language. That's how many enemies there are. Turn off the TV is more deadly than turning off it is. It's the enemies is some more. It's more than sort of the expression that represents. Notice, and we have to explain the whole thing. Like how many motherfucking non-degens are there out there right now? This entirely status quo. We don't get recruited to the opposites. But while when we speak, they know deadliness from the effort. If they are, they're gonna get shot. If they want to keep competing, they're gonna get shot. They don't even have the willpower to find they find one of our guys, they find the antichrist person, they can't even fucking shoot a gun or pick up a gun tomorrow. If they don't have the willpower, they better surrender. But they will keep fighting, but also will continue to improve, also ready to fight them. They can't fight the insects. We're perfect. Not with so much dominance or also flaws that the mammoth has. Don't activate the insect mode. They are humans. But also of the gorims of these fills didn't invent the alphabets, nor a lot of the inventions. The skipping system is being sort of a pathetic dream. Similar of leeches, or sort of hitchhikers as mass amount of these gang members. Due to their lack of conviction, so it doesn't perform as great. But also that also serves as a sort of shield from their sort of exposed as much of also some of the words of which people were namely a free people or slow free people also another free people or also some of the words of used for probable also the words that are coming is going to be quite there. You might be the Republic or someone could be designated as responsible for removing 7 billion menace. But in mental institutions, what will happen quicker than these couple of years? Where the administration, the countries are gone, at the functionality level, the persons are getting fed with all these appetizing drugs, these argument too much, crazy, they are mentized. There are lots of Nazi puppets of there, very much infected. They spend years at these schools from morning to evening doing what? Obeying to the Nazis at least one of the primary objectives tends to be. Also the Nazis are sort of complete retards. They might just not be sort of intelligent in certain areas. Proper war purpose, even feign group thing as sort of they're weaker. The plentiful of injustice out there currently a lot to solve. Countries should continue to strengthen themselves, expand. Kissinger may not be someone great excellent. He produces a lot of this. If that's sort of set as sort of also to improve the whole group, then that's even more of a reason to work together with, but also accelerate faster. research from probable or comparative. This sort of professor type of talk, it doesn't work. Most of the professors, they're whiny, they don't fight, they have deficiencies there. Entire humans need to be evaluated. It's probably most. There are plentiful Brutuses out there. The monolithic group from which group? From these called humans. Republic were also Republic were also most of Republic were also a bit of Republic minor Republic also Republic from Republic also Republic or most of the which called humans of. Plantification, they're plentiful. These amplification processes. The consumer system operates sort of as casino bosses that sort of doesn't operate building that's a casino. They operate as casino, sort of trade-offs, worse. A while, usually when that's run, when the other person doesn't understand sort of the game, it can happen still when the person recognizes he's operating also a casino. So those cases will be also not of exception of they're plentiful. These casino, they will be open more and more. It's the largest conspiracy. It's considered the Nazis are much more smarter, particularly because they're criminals. They don't regard to the words as honest. If they are not honest with it, it saves a lot of energy. If they're dishonest with it, they're from also the or also from or also or if they're dishonest, also they could be a lot quicker with them. The dishonest tend to be not dishonest. They tend to be more honest than honest. More legitimate than a lot of the proper citizens. These scourge similar problems has been occurring at East Asia region, Europe region, and North Americana. Moments calls for the countries together to bind military forces together. Along the way, they will come to lots of verifications. They might also be enraged enough to pop a couple of nuclear bombs to these freaks. If deemed corrective, which can be assured, it's definitely done that. Usually they are probable of considerable of also of comparative more of towards explained towards of Nazis also probable of most of free probable also extremists of Gorms of which no probable also of free probable also another free probable or free probable. That's it of this video or also videos of free probable. That's it of this video or probable also videos.